Catfishing Adventures. Today, I'm out fishing for, nope, not catfish. I'm going to fish for some bluegill today. I already tied my line up trying to do something here. Of course, it's going to happen on live, right? But I just run down to this little public lake real quick today. And what I'm going to do is my goal is anyway. Uh, I'm already feeling a little confident, even though it's upper 90 degrees out here. The wind's blowing a bit, sun's shining hard, and I've got my Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, that's right, Winnie the Pooh bobber. That's right. So it's got to be lucky, right? Um, I've already put some water in a bucket over here, so I can put them in there. I'm going to aerate it and keep them alive. I'm going to take them fishing with me tomorrow. I'm going to go catfishing tomorrow morning with a friend of mine, and we're going to see if we can get some catfish. But right now, I'm just going to try and hook up on some bluegills. So let's see how we do on that. I'd really only like to be out here about 30 minutes a day. It's so hot. I'm just quickly trying to get a few for tomorrow's trip. How hot it is out here, I'll be lucky to catch anything. Ooh, something tried to get it. Something tried to get it. Let's try again. Put it right back out there. Same spot. There you go. I apologize. There's going to be a lot of cars coming up and down through here. Like I said, it is a public little lake. I think we scared him off, y'all. I think we scared him off. Come on, somebody. Again, I don't need a lot of bait for tomorrow. I've got some skipjack tomorrow I am going to be taking with me. I've got some chicken I'm going to be taking with me. Um, and I was going to get some live bluegill here, if possible, to also take. Keep some of them live, maybe use some for cut bait if need to. And just try that. All right, let me cast on this other side real quick. Hope you guys are doing okay today. Uh, where you are, I'm sure it's many of you. For many of you, it's like here, where the heat index today reached probably 110 or something. It's just crazy right now, but it's about 91 degrees here right now. And hi, folks, everybody chiming in. I'm having a hard time seeing my screen, but I appreciate you joining us. Oh, it's going to get noisy. I got somebody down here with 4 kayaks strapped to their truck. Let's see if they go on or good. Hopefully they're going to the other lake. And I just need some little bit of bait here today. Yeah, the same guy's going with me tomorrow. We're going catfishing in the boat. And no, he did pull in here. Came in the back way. We're going to pull in tomorrow. Oh, no, he's taking off again. He doesn't know where he's going. Anyway, we're going to grab the rods and reels tomorrow and get in the boat and try and catch some catfish. We're going to be drifting some baits, put some on planer boards, and suspend them up off the bottom a bit, and we're going to be moving. So we're going to be covering water with the planer boards and some floats and seeing if we can't find some catfish. But yeah, he's the same guy that was with me the other day when we did the jug fishing videos. It was a very successful video for us. We had a lot of views on that, and I appreciate all those of you who watched it. We caught a lot of fish. There weren't any huge ones. We did catch a what was it? About a little over 6 pound channel cat. He was nice, and for a daggone channel cat. And but we caught a lot of fish. We caught a gar, of course, and we had a good time. We had a good time, caught some fish, and we're going to try again, like I said, tomorrow. But we're going to use the rod and reels, and like I said, we're going to suspend and drift some baits and see how that goes. Hopefully, we're going to find some. We haven't had a lot of rain here in the last few days, but we've had so much lately. The water should still be pretty well oxygenized right now. If we have a whole lot more of this, these long dry spells, then it may be an issue. But right now, I think we're good. I think we're good on that. So anyway, like I said, I'm doing the live video today, just trying to catch some bait. And again, when you go live, many of y'all know how that is. That's kind of the kiss of death right there. You try and go live and all that good stuff. Sent a party hat. I appreciate that. Charles, thank you very much. A heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate all those very much. Yeah, we're trying to just get out here. Like I said, I was hoping to get out here and do 30 minutes. Ideally, that would have been perfect, right? But I did come out. It's still a little, what is it, 4 or 5 o'clock? I don't know, somewhere in that time period for us right now. But, I'd rather be out here, to be honest, at about 7 o'clock when the sun goes down more. And and give it a try and get that evening bite on these fish. I just had something playing with it a little bit. Probably stole no, I still got some bait. But I've got so much to do to get ready for that trip tomorrow. I just wanted to go ahead and try and get out here and get it done. Like I said, it's not the ideal time of the day with the conditions I've got to do it. It's probably one of the worst times of the day to get out here and do it, to be honest, to be totally honest about it. And I like to be honest. If I catch a fish, I catch a fish. If I don't, I don't. And I'm going to show you that too, that type thing. But I've been robbed. I'm going to bait up. I'll be right back. And it's just going to take me a minute. What I'm using today, hope you can hear me, is I'm using little red worms, and I have a Aberdeen hook. It's a snailed Aberdeen hook, and it's this is a size 6 Aberdeen hook, and just something small. I'm not looking for plate-sized bluegill or anything like that. I'm looking for some on a slightly smaller size, and something that could entice these fish. Sometimes when it's really, really hot, even the bigger fish don't necessarily, now that's not always the case, don't necessarily always want the bigger baits. Sometimes they just want something just like nibble to that sucker right off there. Let's try this again. And let's bait up again. My goodness. The thief. There's a thief out there. Well, there's a thief amongst us. We're going to try this again. Again, I've just got a little bitty ultralight rod and reel with me today is all I'm doing. And that's all you need to catch these little ones. And it just makes it more fun too. Once you hook up on them, if you've got a decent one, and boy, you know, like I said the other day in a video, bluegill can be some of the hardest fighting fish out there, folks. They may be on the small size, but they can flat put up a fight. They just don't want to give it up a lot of times, and understandably so. But it can make it fun when you're fishing those ultralights equipment with those. You know, so if you've not tried that, be sure to do it. Um, Sent floating hearts, appreciate that. Um, Guys, I hope y'all have some of the better weather than we're having right now. You know, we've just got a pretty good heat wave. I mean, you can see the sweat coming off of me, maybe. Uh, it's pretty brutal. And like I said, I'm just going to fish for a little bit. If I get a bite, I get a bite, or I get a fish. I've already had a few bites, but we get a fish, we get a fish, right? And even if I walked out of here with 2 or 3, I feel success today. Just to give me a little something extra in the way of bait. I'd like to have more than one bait choice when I go out. You never know what these fish are going to bite on. You know, the other day we used skipjack and chicken. Guess what? They weren't picky. They were eating both. And you know, hopefully that's the case tomorrow. Hopefully they're they're open to eat whatever they're being served out there. And so we're going to do that. But I'd really like to get a live bait out there, if possible. And like I said, if we need to, that can become cut bait. You know, so we're going to give it just a few minutes here and see if we can get something to not only bite, but really commit and really take this thing and give me a chance at catching something here. But now I did bring a backup rod over there. It's always a good idea to have a backup because you're going to get hung up. You know, a lot of times if you fish close to the bank, and you're going to get into some branches, you're going to get into some weeds, you're going to be pulled under a log or something, your bait under a log. You know, you're just going to, you know, sometimes you're just going to have trouble with your reels or whatever, and it's great to have a backup with you. And there we go. Oh no, he just came off. He felt good too. He felt good. I cast that one out a little further. And he was probably, to be honest, bigger than I wanted to run as a live bait, but I'm sure he would have made some fine cut bait all the same. We're going to put it back out there. I doubt we're going to get hit again right in that spot because I got to pull him for a little bit. He's already got lockjaw now probably after that. So anybody else been out there fishing and having a good time? A good, you know, has it been a good year for you? We've had historical floods in this area of Kentucky, and now we've got all this heat going on. And not only the floods, we just had, for a long period of time, continuous rain. You know, I bought a house, and it's down on the river, on the Ohio, and trying to even get down to it to fish. First off, I had to clean off all the debris, all the trees and growth and stuff down through there. But then you've got to get to the bank. Well, the water has not been lowered, the dam, to its normal summertime area until right about now. But with all the rain we'd had, you couldn't get down there because it was so muddy. Now, sure, if you want to put the boots on and you want to get down through there, you can do it. I just don't feel like sinking up to my booty in mud. So I'm hoping with this little dry spell, we had a hit there. I was waiting to see if he was going to take it, and he probably just, okay, no, I still got some bait. But I'm hoping I can get down there and do some bank fishing. And let me get this. Uh, but yeah, hopefully I can do some bank fishing right in front of my own property there on the Ohio. This weather just been terrible for bank fishermen. If you're trying to bank fish all along the river, it's been high. It's not giving you much bank at all to fish from for anybody, and it's just been terrible down here around my area for that. So if you're a bank fisherman, you don't have a chance to get a boat out there on the water, I sympathize uh, with you there, because like I said, I'd really like to be able to fish in front of my own property uh, on the river down there, but just haven't been able to do it yet. And it's crazy, you know, I got in the house in late April, and now here we are, the latter part of July, and still not being able to get down there yet. But hey, August is coming, right? That's my birth month, y'all. Remember that. Uh, you know, August is coming, and like I said, we got this dry spell right now, so hopefully that bank will dry out a little bit more. We can get down there and do some bank fishing for sure, for sure. Um, Anybody on a regular basis follow the channel? Uh, I know some people have asked about Miss Tammy. Miss Tammy had some surgery. They had to go in and work on her neck several months ago. And a couple of months, well, it's probably been just over a month now, I had to go in and do surgery on her shoulder and her bicep. Now, all this was kind of tied together and due from the same accident which occurred, which was her at work trying to save somebody that was on a stretcher because she's in the EMT, and the stretcher started to tilt, and the person was apparently on the heavy side, and the stretcher itself weighs quite a bit. So she, to try to save him, put herself on there, and she saved him. But she ended up tearing and ripping and damaging her neck, her shoulder, her bicep. Anyway, with all that long story, she is going to therapy. She's been doing pretty good. She had a little setback the other day. She had some significant pain, but she can't be out fishing. She's not allowed to be in the boat and moving around and all that stuff, and jostled around and all this stuff. So, but as far as her personally, she's doing pretty good. She's doing all right, and hopefully, we're fingers crossed, getting better every day. That's what we're hoping. So um, we hope that continues to be the case. And she's looking forward to getting back to work. Like I said, working on the ambulance, and we appreciate and respect what she does out there. Like I said, I've said it many times. She'll pull up on a scene that, you know, stuff. She sees stuff that I wouldn't want to see, and if I did, I'd probably be seeing it the rest of my life in my dreams. And you know, thank God we have people like that out there that can do that. Come up on a horrific scene, uh, you know, and deal with that. That thief is back. Done stole my bait again, folks. We're going to give this feel. Uh, that ticks me off, boy. Woo, woo. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I know we all have these days, but it's terrible when you do it on video. But like I said, this is terrible conditions out here right now. But I'm just trying to get that little bit of extra bait out here. Little bit of something different that I can feed those catfish tomorrow morning. And hopefully we're going to be able to hook up in a minute. Something's hitting it, but that hook's pretty small, so I don't know. Oh, stay on, stay buttoned up. oh, oh, oh. All right, how about a thumbs up, folks? Woo! Man, that's harder than catching some of those big old blue cats out there. I tell you what. But anyway, we got one for tomorrow. Let's see if we can get a few more real quick. I'm going to put him in here and turn this aerator on. And let's see here. All right, get in there, swim around. He's going around in circles. You're making me dizzy. He's making me dizzy. All right. Turn the aerator on. I hope that's not going to be too much more noise added to the mess here. Man, like I said, if I get just a few of those, that would be great. And somehow my lines decided to jack on me a little bit, just like what I was talking about. So we might be switching rods out here in just a second, which is already rigged up and ready to go. I just got to bait him up. See if I can cast that. All right, good. Straighten it out, I hope, for the most part. There's a little booger right there. There it was. We got it. We got it. All right, let's see. Let's get another one. I'm going to pitch right back over in this area where that one was. And I got to tell you what, folks, that fish is much bigger than what I thought it was. That was over here hitting. Here we go. Here we go. Number 2. Bam. Now, this is what I'm wanting right here, y'all. This is the size I'm wanting. This right here. He's not overly big, right? Perfect, perfect, perfect for a blue down there, or let's hope, cross our fingers, for a big old flathead. That would be amazing. All right, so we're gonna put him in the bucket. So that's 2. What did I say? 3. If I got 3, I'd be feeling successful. Okay. 3. Oh, he took my lucky worm, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, let me bait up another one. Hook up another one real quick. Real quick. All righty. Woo! All right, I got just a beautiful little sliver right there of red worm. I said if we can get 3, I'd be feeling very successful. Watch it cut it off now, just so that shuts me down on that. We're gonna try that area-ish again, because I've had quite a bit of activity right there. I might back it off, come away from it for a second here in a minute after this cast. If I don't get anything, let things calm back down, let them move back into position, and then try and pick them back off again. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reel this back in, and let's cast over here. Now, I've already scored since I've been here, y'all. And I found a little bitty ultralight rod, no reel on it, laying on the bank. It was missing the tip. Just the tip was broke off. You know, I've got extra tips. I can repair it. So I'm going to take that home. That'd be perfect for Miss Tammy's grandkids. We'll slap a little reel on it. We'll be good to go. All right, something's playing with it. Something's playing with it. Well, one bite might have stole it. Come on. Still there? Oh, still got bait. He must have tasted it and didn't like the way I cooked or something. I don't know. I'm gonna throw it back out there. I'm a good cook. I'm a good cook, daggone you. Woo! Alright, we're gonna try it again. If we don't get something here on this bite, we're gonna go back over here to this side where we just picked off those last 2. Hopefully things calm down a little bit and I can get me at least one more real quick and then get out of this hot sun. Well, I got no activity. Got no activity right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and reel it in. Let's go ahead and try this other side real quick. Step over here where I can get a decent cast to it, and move back into position over here. Uh, Somebody was rude. Want to turn around right here while we're doing the show, y'all. And that's just rude, right? I don't know who they think they are. Uh, but anyway, no, we're having fun. Just I'm out here in this heat, and I'm sweating. But that's all right. It's still fun. Even hooking these little things up uh, is a blast to me. I just it's it's enjoyable. It takes me back to my childhood, fishing with my parents, my grandparents, my brothers. You know, it's just a lot of fun, and and so not only that, I get that, but today, like I said, I generally throw them back if I'm bluegill fishing. 99% of the time, I'm throwing them back, unless I'm gonna take them fishing with me, right? And yeah, there we go. So now I just told you a while ago about the bank, guess what, man? You know what? Just lost that lucky bobber, y'all. Oh, this could be a mess. I just lost it. Just lost it. But that makes me sad. But you know what? I got another one. I got another one. But I'm going to grab this other rod real quick and put a worm on it. Woo! We found a log or something down there. And we found a log or something. Anyway. All right, we're back in the game, y'all. That quick. And that's why I say it's good to have a backup rod with you. Because things happen, right? Just as quick as can be, things happen. Woo! I should have put on sunscreen. I know better. I tell y'all about that all the time. Some of y'all know I actually had some skin cancer. What is it? 2 years ago now? That was on my ear because I am outside so often. And look, let's be honest though, I grew up in a time period where you put oil on and you laid out for a few hours and you just baked, right? You baked your skin. And so that probably wasn't healthy, even back then. But I'm out, you know, often out fishing, or just outside in general a lot of times. And I normally talk to you guys about making sure you have your sunscreen on because of those dangers. Like I said, I had that cancer on my ear a little bit, uh, and they took off a pretty good piece. Now that the surgeon did an amazing job, you can't even tell. Uh, that they snipped me a little bit. Trim me back like I'm a feral cat or something, right? And but the guy did a good job. Anyway, the point is, wear your sunscreen, and here I am not wearing my sunscreen. I did put some in the boat today before coming out here. I put some in the boat for tomorrow's trip. So, I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to do better. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll remember to get out there, and I won't be so excited that I forget to put it on. Now, something just took it down and had it, and I turned around and missed it. Oh my gosh, and they took my bait. Look, I'm talking to y'all, they stole my bait. Oh my goodness. That bobber was down for the count. Down for the count. All right, well, hopefully he's had time to inhale that one. Maybe he wants another little bite. Let's give it to him. See if he wants some more. See if he wants a little bit more. That was probably a pretty good one. That was probably more of a cut bait size one. See, I did it again. Turn my head again. I was lucky you didn't grab it. All right, I'm gonna give you a few seconds. Come on. I'm not gonna give you a chance to play around, think about it all day long. You gotta come over and hit it. Leave the spot just a little bit. See what you think. You gonna go for it? You gonna go for it? I don't think he's going for it. I think he knows what's up now. My goodness. All right, well, tell you what, I'm gonna throw back on this side, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start my truck. Yeah, it's got one of them fancy, pre-start things on it. Yeah, I kind of like it because I'm turning on that air conditioner because I'm gonna be ready for it here in just a minute. It is getting a little warm. I've already done my over 30 minutes worth of fishing. Got my 2 fish in the bucket. I needed one more. I'd like to have one more, but I'm gonna call it quits in a minute just because I am in the sun and it is so hot. Like I said, I picked the wrong time. I should have waited about another hour and a half before coming out here, letting that sun go down a little bit more. And man, I just missed that one. I just missed one. That bobber was under. And I would have been here at a better time. Again, using a size 6 Aberdeen hook. It's snailed. It's a pre-snailed. Yeah, I went out and I bought one that, I don't know, actually it was from last year, I think. A little pack. Being lazy, not doing it myself. And right there at the back, I actually got in the brush a little bit, pulled it off. It fell in the water. And that's skill, y'all. That is pure skill right there. And this fish right here, we're keeping him. That's one we want. That's the 3 fish right here. It took me 2 minutes and 50-something seconds longer than my 30 minutes, but I did have a rod malfunction. So we're gonna call it about right. Get him in the bucket. Man. Tell you what, I'm gonna bait up one more time. One more cast. We ever heard that before? One more cast. My gosh. Woo! Well, I'm glad going live today was not the kiss of death, but like I said, we're going to do that one more cast, right? We're going to do that thing. We're going to try and catch one more. That'd be good, because even with the aerator, maybe one doesn't make it through the night or whatever. You want to have some good, spunky, healthy fish in the morning when we get out. But yeah, here I am. One more. What am I fishing for? What I'm fishing for right now is just bluegill at the moment. But I'm going to take these. I'm going to take these bluegill that I'm catching, and I'm going to take them fishing with me tomorrow. We're going to go catfishing, and I'm going to go out, and we're going to put. Going to take some rods and reels, go catfishing on the boat. We're going to suspend and we're going to drift, and we're going to try and catch some fish. Now, I'm going to use some skipjack as bait. I'm going to use some chicken as bait, plain chicken, and then I'm going to use some live bluegill and maybe some cut bluegill as well. We'll see what it takes to get some fish to bite. Like I said, it's going to be hot again tomorrow here, probably around 94. is what it's going to reach, and then it's going to feel, you know, like it's over 100 again. It's like about 110 today, heat index, and I think it's, you know, I think that's where we're going to be at tomorrow, actually, as well. So I'm going to try and get out early, get some fishing done, and then get off the water. I will try and remember, folks, yes, my lotion, put that sunscreen on, and I will be putting the bimini top up on the boat. That's for sure. That thing is a lifesaver when you're in the right spot. Now, if you're also somebody that's watched the channel for a while, the sad news here, if you've missed it, I talked about it already a lot. Our John boat, our historical boat, John boat, that was called Driftwood, I sold it to an individual the other day. And I believe it's gone to a good home. And he appreciated me telling him the story of the previous owner before I had it. And then he watches the channel sometimes as well. And, you know, seeing myself and Miss Tammy or me and some friends and stuff catching fish on that, out of that boat, whether it's with rod and reels, jug fishing, limb line, or what have you. And, you know, he knows that there's been a ton of fish put in that John boat. And that meant something to him. He could see the passion in my eyes as I was talking about that boat, how I loved that little boat. But I don't have the room for it now, where I've moved to, and so went on and sold it. And but you know, like I said, I think it's gone to a good home, which makes me feel better, because still, you know, that little boat means something to me. You know, it's crazy. Me and Miss Tammy were driving around the other day, and we sold the boat, and then next thing you know, we're breaking out all these stories about all the fishing trips that we've had in that boat. And no matter what kind of weather we came up on, whether we're at Kentucky Lake or Lake Barkley or on the Ohio or what have you, you know, sometimes you're out and you get caught up in the weather and the storms and the wind and the waves, you know, start picking up the white caps. That little boat always got us home safely. And, you know, and Driftwood was like part of the family in a sense. Not fully, but, you know, I couldn't have told her. But it was sad, believe it or not, selling that little boat. But like I said, it's going to a good home. All right, guys, last cast for sure, I think. All right, last cast for sure, I think. All right, there it goes. And let's see, we'd like to have one more. We got three in the bucket, which is technically enough. If I get another one, then it definitely means I've got something good enough for cut bait if I need to go that route too with it. So we're gonna see. Like I said, they got to survive through the night. I've got an aerator going, and I got them in the bucket. I'm gonna actually bring that bucket in the house, right? Because my garage is just too hot for it right now. That it would totally change that water temperature way too much, and that wouldn't be good. All right. I'm reeling it in, folks. I'm reeling it in, and I am going to call it because it is hot. I feel that sun beating down on me, and I'm going to be spending several hours out there tomorrow on the water, and that's not a good mix. So, like I said, I'm going to try and remember my lotion tomorrow. I'm going to try and remember my lotion tomorrow, and I'm going to try and or make sure. Not try. I will make sure that bimini top's up. Anyway, thanks to everybody so much for joining us today and watching us. You brought me luck, right? It was going live was not the kiss of death for a change. Anyway, I appreciate y'all so much, and the ones that have sent little stickers and different things and the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. You guys, this is why we do it. We do it for you, for entertainment, hopefully some education sometimes as well. And and then just some laughs and giggles also. That's all right. We'll laugh about things too. But anyway, you guys take care. If you've not subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that so you don't miss any future episodes. We do lives every now and then. We're going to start trying to do them more often. I'm going to, nudge myself to get in there and say, all right, go live. All right, I'll go do a live. Yeah, I know I'm talking to myself, but I'm going to try to do some more lives. We do quite a few short videos, and of course our regular videos, and we do all kinds of videos, whether it's rod and reels, whether it's jug fishing, whether it's limb fishing, what have you. You're going to find it. We got a lot of how-to videos, so go check out the sections of how-to videos in there too. If you want to learn how to tie a particular hook or tie a jug line or do whatever, we have a lot of that stuff in the how-to section. So be sure to, again, give us a thumbs up on this episode if you would. We greatly appreciate it. Share our channel with your friends if you would. But also, hey, if you join the B&T Catfishing Adventures channel, guess what? You also get the We Be Fishing podcast. That's right. That is where we don't just talk about catfish. We talk about all kinds of fishing on the We Be Fishing Viewable podcast right here on YouTube. Anyway, you guys take it easy. Try and stay cool. I'm gonna go get in that truck and cool off myself. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Y'all take care. We'll see you soon.